So, what a simple expression that Bruno Groening gave us about what God is. He sometimes would just refer to God as the good or goodness, as in the quality of the good. And of course, there's so many different ideas about what God is. And yet, Bruno Groening made it so simple for us. That which is good. Well, what is that which is, what is good? What is goodness? Well, upon reflection, human beings have a tendency to sort of divide, like that action was good, that action was evil or bad. And I don't think that's exactly what Bruno Groening meant by the good or goodness. Goodness is what's behind certain actions, such as, the good feeling inside of us that leads to, for example, being kind to someone. Like, yes, we can say, oh, being kind to someone, that's good. But that's not quite what Bruno Groening meant, at least in my understanding. What he meant was the energy that's behind such actions, the love, the peace, the happiness, the harmony, that which inspires, that which, um, in a sense, we can say causes. You know, when um, when we're walking down the street and um, someone is maybe not paying attention to where they're going, and we just maybe spontaneously feel a sense of concern, like um, you know someone's walking down the street, and let's say they're busy on their cell phone and they're about to looks like they're about to walk bump into something, and without thinking about it, we might just spontaneously say, hey, watch out, or intervene in some way so that the person wouldn't hurt themselves. And that spontaneous what gave rise to that spontaneous action? And I'm talking about something where we just see something and we just act instantly without even thinking about it. And yes, we could call that action a good action, but on a deeper level, what inspired that action? What gave rise to it? Well, I believe that's what Bruno Groening meant by the good, because he also spoke of God as love and life. Ordnung, this German word, which many translations, I believe harmony is the most helpful. Order can have sort of a linear human connotation, but that sense of harmony, peace, health, these are all the things that he described, all the words he used to describe God. So that's on this path what we're seeking. We're seeking to make contact with um, that goodness, which then inspires good actions and inspires a happy and healthy life. And in a sense, Bruno spoke of being a servant of God, which could be confusing if we think of God, the way I was raised, and many people were raised to think of God as like this angry, bearded man up in the sky, who's very judgmental and punishes people. And it could be kind of hard to understand, well, what would it mean to be a servant of God? It might even feel scary. But if we think of God in the terms that Bruno Groening spoke of life, of love, of harmony, of health, of peace, then it becomes a little clearer what it would mean to be a servant of God in service to life. And ultimately, that's what I believe this goodness is really all about, is that which serves life. And Bruno said so himself. He said, evil seeks to destroy, the good to construct or to build up. Evil is that which is harmful to life, and good is that which serves life. And as human beings, we really like to think of good and evil in terms of rigid morals that we can sort of um, classify things into. And I don't think that's quite what Bruno Groening had in mind when he spoke of good and evil. He spoke of energies, you know, the energy of evil, which again in German it's Bosse, the evil, which means evil, nastiness, viciousness. So the energy of viciousness um, might see someone walking down the street or see someone about to do something that would hurt themselves and not do anything. And in fact, be like, ooh, I want to watch, like without even thinking about it, just that kind of spontaneous sort of negative reaction. Whereas in the energy of goodness would just naturally move to help or to assist. And that's the other thing is what everything Bruno spoke of, he said was natural and called human beings to get in touch with their natural human instinct that sadly has been clouded over by all sorts of wrong ideas. So we can keep it really simple. Bruno Groening's teachings are not complex. We merely seek to tune into, to make connection to the good. And then we seek to follow it or be inspired by it or be led by it.